Hello, hello. I'm Mango. I'm here with Ace, and today we're going to be doing a match. We got Drum Basher and Nug, both really good runners. Drum Basher, the professional British, now Canadian. Nug, professional mech guy. He's done a wall run before in his life. Gonna be a really cool matchup. How you doing, Ace?
Doing pretty good. I'm really excited to see how this match turns out. Drum's currently 17th on SRC, and he's sitting at 1 win and 1 loss currently in his pools. But Nug is currently 0-3. He's 62nd on the SRC page. But he needs a victory if he's going to want to make sure he has a chance to potentially make his way through pools. So he's going to be putting it all on the line for this race. It's going to be pretty good. About a 2-minute 9-second difference between our two runners' PB times. Drum with a 22:43, Nug with a 24:52. So this is going to be hype.
Yeah. Now, before we start, we should note, if you've not watched any of Nug's matches before, Nug is running on GameCube, so instead we're going to be using IGT, and because we have no auto splitter on GameCube, times will be added up manually after he completes said stage, so just be prepared for that.
You gotta respect the console runners. Oh! Drum accidentally loads into Iron Gate.
Gotta respect the grind. And he's deleting the file, let's go!
Why am I in Iron Gate?
Now this is a Dark Story runner.
Classic. So both runners are off. Get to see how things turn out here. Nug already grabbing that extra life. You'll love to see it. So, what are your overall thoughts on how this match could play out? What do you expect to see here?
Well, I expect, first of all, a lot of good mech movement. Both of these people are insane at mech. I mean, Drum is kind of known for his, especially his Eggman. Nug has insane tails. Ooh, hitting CE skip.
First
Both
try.
also, especially Drum is really good at speed. So, I believe he did get a 23. I think it was, with no skips at all, pretty much. So he's got good movement. Both CE skips. Let's go.
And Nug actually got the rail turnaround, so he was actually able to go up and get the camera trigger to give him good cam. And of course, Drum not wasting any time with the rails there. He was having a little bit of trouble with the rail section, I believe, during the previous race that he had against Dawn, when he eventually did get CE skip. So knowing to just cut his losses and spin dash down that slope was pretty crucial there.
Getting
122 and a 130.
Both solid times. Let's go.
This is gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Too easy. Piece of cake.
All right, let's see.
This game of tag is boring. I'm out here.
And now,
Finally decided to show up, eh?
we get to watch both of them fight Bigfoot. This should
Let's
be
see.
fairly easy for both of our runners here. They've done this fight so many times before, it just comes second nature, but we have seen random things happen here and there in these boss fights throughout the course of the pools so far. So anything can happen, really. Hopefully nobody
Yeah.
gets Sasquatched.
Drum, I know, has gotten a frame perfect before. Is he gonna get it now? No, missing it by 10.
Take care.
Nug also missing it. Unfortunate. Only about losing a second for Nug. And losing about 0.1 for Drum.
Alright, Wild Canyon, the first of the hunting stages here. Drum's getting Stone Statue Quartet to kick things off. Needing to go to the other side to get to that rock. But he does have armor purple, so I guess that piece worked out really well, given his P1's location there. And now
Yeah,
getting
but
Wild
this is
Canyon
still
track.
It's still a really bad place to be, yeah, because he has to go all the way down. You really never want to be on that side. If you're on that
Whoa!
side, you're probably really screwed.
I found him.
Wow, well the timing kind of worked out really well for him there, considering the Wild Canyon track just walked right into plain view. He's just like, hey buddy, I'm here for you.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Ooh, it looked like Nug was trying to go for a punch excel there, but punch in the wrong spot, and it
Oh.
just kind of canceled out all of his movement. Unfortunately, getting sandpit for the last piece. Bit
Yeah,
of a rough step.
Getting top of bottom, and then stone statues, and then that sandpit. That's kind of what you actually just don't want to see. It's really unfortunate. Getting a 37.
You know, it's really nice getting to commentate when you have two different platforms side by side for the same game like this, because we're also used to running the PC version that when we look at the actual console version, we're just reminded of just how much like lighting details and atmosphere there initially was in each of the levels that just made the game so much more nicer. It's unfortunate that a lot of those lighting issues aren't exactly present in the HD port. $13.57 on that Eggman one. Not a bad time.
So I'm getting pretty clean. Love to see what this elevator is. Probably like a 35. No, 36. Yeah,
36.
still
yeah.
pretty clean.
Oh yeah. Hey. Normally,
also-
I can't get like a 37 or a 38. Get a 36 seems really rare for somebody like me, but for Drum, and especially Nug, that would just come naturally.
Yeah. Also, something to note, again, since Nug is on GameCube, he's gonna look a lot more behind than he is, simply because GameCube loads suck ass. So he's gonna spend probably an extra 30 seconds, at least by desert, just in loading screens. Which is unfortunate, but of course, since it's IGG, we don't count that.
Exactly.
Oh, getting a punch. Unfortunate. The 37. Still pretty good.
Drum getting that lock on onto that. Gets the gate hop. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's a really good prison lane.
Wow, yeah,
133,
133. That is
This guy knows his
phenomenal.
way around a mech.
Yeah, no kidding. Woo.
That was a little tough.
Yeah,
And-
Drum is a
ooh.
very execution-heavy person, so we can expect to see a lot of just good movement from him. Yeah.
I actually seemed a little surprised there, because I noticed that Nug destroyed the two robots in the far back, but he actually didn't destroy the egg hornet, or the gun hornet itself. Only just the bombs that were deployed on the sides there, and it still dropped the bridge down. I actually thought you had to destroy all three of them in order to get that bridge to drop.
No.
And Drum, of course, already snagging his upgrade.
Pretty sure that was a 19 upgrade. I didn't quite catch it. Not getting a 138, still a good time. You really want anything under 140.
Now, the last time that we seen Drum doing Metal Harbor here, he did have a couple of small kerfuffles here and there, but it definitely looks like in between those matches he sort of ironed those out, because he is playing through this stage with no issues.
Yeah, quite a bit of kerfuffling. Very clean so far. Yeah, 54.
Oh wow, yeah, that's really solid time. Now getting the under loop there. Love to
Top
see that
level
right at the
British.
very end. Top level British indeed. Good show.
Say what you want about the British, but they know how to move the sweet characters. And the mech characters.
And of course, Drum managed to snag 100 rings there, getting that extra one up to help him in the next few stages.
Yes!
Yeah,
There's one
121,
thing
let's go.
Yeah, that's a really good time. If there's one thing that's definitely just as valuable as that making sure that you know how to get your movement down, is knowing each of the different locations throughout the course of the run where you can score yourself some extra lives because of the hunting stages. The RNG could be extremely bountiful or extremely unpleasant, and in the event that you get rolled, it helps to have as many as you can have on you to be able to reset or death strat to get something in the later levels.
Yeah. I'm also pretty sure that was a 121 without bully skip, which is a pretty good time to get.
Mm-hmm. Bully skip only saves like what, 1.5, 2 seconds at most.
There's no time to play games. You won't even
Let's see what shadow he gets. Good deal, Lucid 10.
I'm the cool. Oh, I see.
Gets the first hit, the second hit,
11.
and the third.
Yeah. Still really good.
You know who I am.
Outstanding time. And of course, Nug with the 125 on that Metal Harbor. You'd love to see it.
Love this cutscene, by the way. I love waiting.
Oh yeah. You know what else I really love about this cutscene in the HD port? The
What?
part when Shadow
Yeah.
just stops before he goes completely off the screen. Because the game was designed for 4x3, whoop, he's stuck. So he's normally meant to just go completely off screen, but he doesn't. So
Yeah,
he just chills.
this stupid Gmod ass cutscene source filmmaker stuff. Like, anyway, I assume he's gonna get a task run.
Oh, he
nice
got
mushroom.
shroomed.
Probably gonna be a clean green forest.
Whoa! Tried to go
Sorry,
for Air
bro.
Easy, got vertexed.
No, Shadow's being annoying. Shadow's being
Oh.
really toxic. Yeah, it's
Yikes.
unfortunate.
Did a really high jump off of that loop. Oh, so close to getting the wall run there. He was just a little too slow for it. Didn't try to spin dash enough.
Yeah. Now, hopefully the mushroom and nip worked out, and we get a really good pyramid cave set, pumpkin hill set.
Alright, at the checkpoint, setting up for Green Forest wall run. Pause buffering it. Very interesting. Landing
Having
low.
to go for moonshot. Unfortunate. Yeah.
Oh!
Ooh. Assume we're gonna see quite a bit of pause buffering because we are in IGT, so there's no penalty for it.
Having to resort to just a simple old bungee skip. Not like Bungie. Alright. And now we got Nug. Didn't go for Air Yeezy. Just wanted to go for something relatively safe there. Can't really blame him. Drum not wanting to take any chances and go for Air Jordan either. Completely understandable. Very risky play.
Big fan of the drum cam, by the way. Just thought I'd say that.
Oh yeah.
No problem.
Oh, 147. Kind of unfortunate. Let's see if Nug goes for a wall run. I assume he does. Yeah.
Going for the setup. Lands on it, kind of. Oh! Yeah,
That
if
was
Sonic would moonwalk
insane.
there, he probably would have been in the perfect spot for it, but he just didn't have the right landing. Not going for it a second time, surprising, but fair.
So, what are we gonna get? Rotten
Rotten Hut.
Hut. Going for this one first. Yeah, that's probably what I would have
Yeah,
done.
the 50-50.
I do believe if you get this piece, I usually go for Church and take the rocket, even if it's not there, because you could just glide over to this one. See it, but you can't take it, yeah. I didn't even think about this, but if you get Forgotten Hut, yeah, you could just check this piece. We do it in the NG Plus, the times 20. But I never thought about doing it in NG. But yeah, you can check this piece. Just
Yeah,
on the
'cause then-
rocket going up.
Because even if you missed a coin flip on the Forgotten Hut location, then you'll at least see it when you're taking the rocket up to the top. Having to wait for the flames to subside there and giving Drum a 47 on that Pumpkin Hill. Not too terrible, considering the fact that he kind of lost the coin flip on that, but still, not
Yeah.
too terrible.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Looks like the RNG manip didn't work out in his favor.
I blame the
Does-
mushroom.
No, just entering Pumpkin Hill.
He's got to hurry to find the Master Emerald. Floor, but also steel.
ceiling.
And Drum.
All
easily
we're gonna
makes it
give
across the
Church.
upgrade. Ghost
No,
Train
it's giving
Station.
Pumpkin.
Drum's setting up for the weight hop here.
Yeah, I imagine
Clean.
this is gonna be one of the pumpkins. Which kind of sucks from here because you're really low. Let's hope it's something not bad.
Do
And
something
you said
bad. I had a
that.
feeling it was
Okay.
going to be that piece.
Okay,
And he did win
this
the
is
coin
still good.
flip. Missed the first dig, but still, nothing bad. Drum, of course, on very clean zero cycle pace here. Should be easily be able to make it as long as he gets this jump off of the weight hop.
Yeah, I didn't
Alright.
quite catch how hard he pushed this, so I assume he played this probably safe for the tourney.
Yeah, he played it relatively safe.
Okay.
So yeah, he's looking at a fair zero
Yeah.
cycle pace here. Plenty of time.
Yeah, people think this stage is a pure auto-scroller, but it really isn't. Because you can push this upgrade as hard as you want, meaning you could make this cycle as tight as you want it to be to save the most amount of time. And there's just so much strategy that goes into this stage that people never even realize. It's the same with Route 101, where it looks easy, but it really isn't.
Mm-hmm. For a number of us players too, some of these levels just sort of become one of those things that just sort of fades into the background in your mind and you can just sort of do absent-mindedly.
Yeah, very autopilot level.
Solid weight hop also there by Nug as well. Doing a couple
Yeah,
of small
Drum getting a
pauses.
202. That's still a pretty good time.
Yep. And Nug, of course, sniping the Golden Beetle. You love to see the Gold Beetle get destroyed.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Unless you go for the cycle skip, a lot of the times you can expect to get with the hover enabled by default is just worse than the time you get with zero cycle.
This is gonna be
Doesn't look like he has any free pieces, but he does have a yellow ping to start. Getting the clean top piece right there.
Oh.
Beautiful. Between the
And the
skulls facing each
skulls.
other.
Assume he knows how to clip here.
it's close.
Yeah, this is looking like it's probably going to be a Ghost Room P3 for sure. Oh, stair-shaped
Yeah.
brick room. I was
Oh.
wrong.
Interesting, he chose not to clip.
Must not feel confident enough to try to go for that clip specifically. Faster and easier to just
Maybe.
maneuver the natural way.
Still getting a 25 with that, by the way. That is insane. That Aquatic Mine has some really hard movement to do well.
Yeah.
So 25 is to be commended.
And you wouldn't think that Aquatic Mine would be a difficult stage to move around, considering the whole thing is quite literally just a box.
Yeah, but when your character moves significantly faster than the camera and there's a bunch of obstacles in your way, this stage can get really difficult.
That's one of the reasons why I don't like Death Chamber.
Yeah,
All right.
because the Death Chamber especially is just kind of like Aquatic Mine on steroids.
Yeah,
Now we're driving.
committing traffic violations.
Yeah. Right, like right there. Say bye to that taxi.
yeah.
So let's see what Nuggets. Hopefully, so the cutscene here sucks because it's so hard to see the pieces because it's so dark. So you can legitimately get a piece and just not see it because the cutscene's pitch black. And also the resolution.
Doesn't look like he has any free pieces visible directly, but he does have a green ping. It looks like it's... Oh, I'm saying corrected. It was 3 fans.
3 fans. Not the best.
That one was pressed pretty far back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him for doing that, to be honest, because that's pretty nasty.
If you don't know the clip here, this piece just kind of sucks. You either just hope, or you either know the clip, or you hope you could find your piece 3. Which, in that case, it's probably best to just reset. There's nothing you can really do in that situation. It sucks.
Yeah,
this is a significantly better set, though.
Yeah, miles better. And speaking of miles, Drum is already on the 3rd lap.
Oh yeah, the stage has laps.
Yeah, I know. I was talking about this during one of the matches that I commentated, that I think it's so weird that this is just a straight shot from point A to point B, but it's segmented like it's laps.
I assume it's just to give it some, like, progression. Like, oh god, I'm finally almost done.
Yeah. That plus also, like, the merger of the kart racing minigame of itself, because that actually does run on laps.
Also, the laps are... It's a forgotten mechanic, but this stage does have time. So I assume the laps are probably to give the time more bearing.
Yeah, most likely. And Drum is already finished.
This is what time you got. I imagine it's probably good.
Ooh, Nug missed a
few
of those rings there. That's unfortunate. Kind of set him back a little bit when trying to get set up for that boost. Thankfully, he was able to grab a few of those extra rings. For anybody who is curious, if you aren't familiar with Sonic Adventure 2 speedrunning, the reason we drift constantly back and forth in these kart levels is because we're able to go faster than the speed cap that normally lets us go for when we're just driving straight ahead.
Yeah, so I believe the reason for this is there's 2 speed caps. You have your normal speed cap, and then you have your boosting speed cap. So when you boost, it raises your speed cap and it puts you at the speed. But when you drift, you just never lose the speed cap for the boost. Mm-hmm. So we tend to try to keep that as much as we can. Also, we just don't lose momentum, and it's so much faster than just driving. Ooh. And you can actually maneuver your car better.
Drum had a really solid pole hop there. Managed to make it cleanly across the gaps, and of course, he dropped for a split second there, but pause buffered his hover frame, so that way he'd be flush with the ground when it came up.
Oh,
clean hover jump over the top. You
that
love
pause hover is a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah.
Very tight.
I think it's only like a couple frames window.
Yeah, it's very hard. I've only gotten it a few times over.
And yet, as hard as it is, we still go for it. Getting a little caught up on the jars.
A bit jarring. I thought you'd appreciate that one, Ace.
Gets the clean pause hover off the box of doom.
Yeah, this match just has not slowed down. And it's just going.
Very high octane.
Don't mess with the British gameplay. I'm sorry. You just can't.
Getting a 142. That is really solid time.
Yeah, that's clean. I'm not getting a 215.
Oh yeah, also
still a really good time.
That was easy.
Now I'm curious to know how things are going to turn out for the majority of the desert section here, because this is the second half. This is where things really start to pick up and get hard in the game itself.
This is when, there's no more, you don't really do any skips in this section. You just have hard movement and hard clips and hard strats. It's pure just movement intensity. So that's why for a lot of top level runners, desert is their best. So, I'd love to see what Drum can do here. 29 upgrade.
Very solid.
And then Nug going for a GEC skip, which, if you don't know, there's literally a wall there you can just glide through on GameCube. but you can't on PC because it has collision.
We'll be right back.
Yeah. He must have missed pole hop, I assume, because I know he has a very, very good pole hop. Hidden base, I think he actually has a world record in, I'm pretty sure, for the IL, which is crazy. And I've seen him get a lot of really good frame perfect crossovers to the pole. This is like a good PC so far, potentially. Yeah, I imagine it's gonna be a 120 something. Maybe. Never mind. Maybe. Potentially. No. Oh man. Still really good.
Yes!
Yeah, 132. Still a really good time.
Just
But
make
that was all manip for Death Chamber. So let's see what Death Chamber has to give us. Now getting a 145? Yeah. On black stripes, you're setting that. Junk storage, also junk. Okay, so this piece can either be in core or green room. You kind of want it to be in core, taking it regardless. So let's see what it gives. Oh, lucky. So we got the core one, the significantly better one.
Definitely got lucky there.
Taking the death strat.
it's over.
And of course, Nug starting up in Pyramid Cave. Drum already getting his P2. It looks like it's going to be Bugs chatting.
Yeah, so getting a yellow ping off start, that's a pretty hard read to do because there's so many options. So you can definitely play it really well.
Yeah, because you can get something like Tilted Picture, you could have Roasted Keys, Beauty and the Beast, Bugs chatting. I believe
Yeah.
Nape of the Neck is also a P2.
Yeah, there's a ton of pieces and they're all in different places. So it's a pretty hard read to do,
Yeah,
mixed with
this
just
is
how
perfect.
many there are. There's like a good 5 to 9 pieces somewhere in there. It's a lot of
Getting a
thinking.
clean rail, going for the first try.
Who's
Does
there?
get it and gets the bounce to hit the hourglass. Trying to do that bounce from the right side is actually a little tricky. It's very easy to accidentally hit the collision wrong on those hourglasses and end up just ricocheting off the top instead of actually doing the bounce back down.
Yeah, the hourglasses have some really funky collisions, and your character acts really weird when you do stuff into them.
Oh, doesn't get the right setup for the cap boost like he was hoping. Just a split second too late.
We clean beer so far.
Useful fun
Hey.
fact also too, regarding Pyramid Cave while Nug is finishing it up. This is actually the level that has the most extra lives in all of Hero Story that you can collect. Total of 11.
Yeah, there's an unfortunate error there. Still is able to pull back.
And he gets it on the second time around, leaving him with 4 lives to get set up and prepare for Egg Golem. He should hopefully be able to do this. We've seen Drum simply go for the profit bounces. The super bounce method is a tad faster, but it is also a bit finicky. Going for a quick reset to make sure he's got the cycle set up for quick profit bounces. Gets the first one, easy peasy. Goes for the setup, gets the second, no problem. Ooh, not going to get Golden Goddess P1 there. That's a toss-up. Cowering Beetle, that's a little bit of a better option.
Yeah, that was a very scary place to be standing.
Yikes.
Also, shout out to how Omichel sits at the top of this arena.
Oh yeah.
Getting a 29, a really good time. Anything sub 30 is amazing.
Quickly grabbing the piece, taking a quick death shot there, make sure you get hit by the enemy, and then the torch there. It's the fastest way you can die without accidentally grabbing rings.
Yeah, you generally just don't want to be hit in the same place or by the same thing, so it's best to move between torches or enemies.
Couple death strats there, and he does finally manage to get Tilted Picture,
Tilted picture.
leaving him with only 2 lives left to actually go forward into the next couple stages. Drum has 4 chances as it currently stands to get through Bofa.
Gorillas Chase, that is a rough piece to get. That is the worst one you could get, pretty much.
Yeah, and Drum unfortunately also not getting the Quan, very disappointing. But he's still going for it for the second time around. Hopefully he can get out of bounds this time.
Run super far back,
and gets
getting Wager's
box.
box.
No! Oh, the brutality. He only has 2 tries left.
Now getting a really unfortunate death chamber there.
3rd time's the charm. He makes it out of bounds with 1 life left, so he's going to be putting a lot of hope on what he gets in Meteor Herd. Unless he feels like he needs to just go on ahead and back out once he actually enters the stage to recover his lives. And because this is an IGT, not V1, I don't believe that would be counted against him in his time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially if it's a stage that has a cutscene play before it, he could just back out immediately and get lives.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from my personal preferences with this timing method, you could kind of see why this timing method was phased out more for V1.
Yeah.
Very exploitable.
Now we got Nug. Did get the right boost on King Boom Boo here. Now he's just got to get a clean 1 cycle. Easily should have that taken care of. Drum reaching the back of the goal.
129.
Touches the tail end of it, just barely. And secures himself the 129.
I gotta do better next time.
Now Nug is going headfirst into Egg Golem, while Drum dives into Meteor Herd. Coming your way.
Meteor Herd is a very random stage. As much as we can, we want to stay on the middle level of the stage. So let's see what he gets. Between the noisy machines.
Okay. Not the worst piece to get.
Yeah, bottom pieces generally have kind of bad-ish sets compared to middle pieces, but they're still very takeable.
Dangerous water drops.
Okay. Yeah, an unfortunate piece.
Hopefully he'll get something like another top piece or a mid piece at most, and not another bottom piece for his P3. Oh, commentator's curse. I'm sorry about that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Middle.
Yeah, there's basically 3 layers to the stage: bottom, middle, and top, right? And we pretty much never want to go to the top, unless it's like under a star. That's like the only situation, and even then, that still kind of sucks.
This is perfect.
But bottom, middle, bottom, there's just so much traveling. It's a very unfortunate combo. So let's see if Nug can get the Quan here. Going in with 2 lives, absolutely Giga Chad. Does not care.
He's got
here to
3
win.
chances here to see if he can manage to pull this off. If he can hit the Quan, he's definitely going to save some time here over Drum. Oh, and unfortunately doesn't get it either. No Quans today from both of our runners.
Yeah, an unfortunate setup it looks like.
He's got 2 more tries left in his pocket. Gets it on the second try, 1 try better than Drum does, so he is going to be saving some time here. But diving into the last stage with only 1 try. And the question is now, because these runners both have only 1 life left, are they going to exit out in these stages for lives for the sake of ensuring they're going to have more chances?
Drum going for it. I can understand that, because I know Drum's pretty good at CGSS, so I imagine he doesn't need more than the 2 lives he's given.
Yeah. Plus he gets a 3rd because he grabs this one right here.
No, yeah, that's what I mean, the 2 lives. So let's hope he can get it. I believe he has a really good setup for this too. He uses arguably the better of setups. He just goes for box 7. That's still a good setup, so.
Pause buffering it, play it safe, and he is out. And Nug approaching the goal ring. No! No! Oh, God, not the Ligma.
I think I've seen Nug. He did this in one of his matches before
Oh my
yesterday.
goodness.
So that's really unfortunate.
That is extremely brutal. Having to fly all the way back through space again, and he's going to have to make sure that he plays this safe. Honestly, if I was in this situation, I think it would be in best course to just go on ahead and clip back in bounds and destroy it the normal way, because if you miss that goal ring again from behind, you got to go back through the entire level again.
Yeah, that is literally, I think, the worst death in all of Hero Story to take. Maybe only compared to the getting the pit in CE and having to do the skip again. But that's just such a long death.
Yeah, that's really brutal. Things are not looking very good for Nug here, unfortunately. Drum is definitely on pace to secure himself his second victory so far in his seed for pools. And Nug, of course, is playing it safe.
Don't blame him.
Now, I can only imagine. The question is if he's going to quit out for lives, or is he feel confident enough to try to go for CGSS? And Drum is already flying out of bounds with skewed gravity, making his way downtown, walking fast.
First, we gotta see what he's gonna get from Meteoroid. I hope it's something good for his sake. So that's gonna range from like a minute to 30 seconds. So, hoping we get the lower end of the ladder.
And while Drum is hurtling towards the stratosphere to reach the goal ring, we get to see what his single set is here with the amount of lives.
Yeah, so because he's on GameCube, another problem with GameCube is there's not as many hints on these stages for whatever reason. And it's especially apparent in Meteoroid. He's gonna have to scavenge for hints. This is a perfect place though for hints because there's a hint. One of the few hints is just right next to you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Gun machine protecting the art. So mid top, hopefully he gets a solid P3 from this location.
Hopefully he gets like a storage area or something around that.
Taking a fly around back. Managed to snipe it up.
He's gonna go for this hint. I don't blame him.
Ooh, gets strike digging while watching the stars. Not the worst piece, so it is a mid-top mid, but definitely could have hoped for some better RNG there. I'm sure if he would have had more lives to work with, he probably would have went on ahead and just did a restart to play it safe. Drum's already given Shadow 2 the business.
4 and 5. Yep. Drum getting a 23-31 IGT.
Game, set, and match. Drum Basher has won this round. Congratulations to Drum, acquiring his second win so far in his seed of pools. And that means that Nug, as it currently stands, unfortunately, is going 0-4, which is, it's really rough to see that happen to anybody in the tournament setting. But he still played very admirably. He gave it his all. We've seen him do a lot of really great stuff so far this tournament. So, what we can do now is just give him all the love and support that we got, and watch how the rest of this run plays out. Easily defeating Rouge with no trouble. Just comes naturally. And of course, Drum just vibing, just chilling on his phone.
I imagine he's gonna exit out here. Doesn't. This man has huge balls. Okay, so let's see if this pays off. Oh.
That was honestly really risky. For a second there, I thought that Artificial Chaos was about to snipe him with 0 rings.
Yeah.
We'll have 2 tries here because he's got this life and then the one for 0.
Yeah.
So can he do this? He's got to get first try CGSS or at the worst second try. Not going for free cam, or if he was, then
freer cam. Yeah, doing the freer cam setup, getting out. Let's go.
Okay, I've never seen that setup before.
Yeah, it's a very weird setup. Luckily for CGSS, there's like a billion setups floating around. Everyone does it differently. There's like setup gang wars. It's strange.
And he nails it first try.
Huh. No problem.
Money in the pocket. He has completed the last level and only has his second to last level and only has 2 boss fights and a single stage left.
Yeah, there's a jump left and then a boss. So let's see how this one goes.
I'm curious if he'll be able to pull off the manip here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen him do it before, so at least know he knows how to go for it. Looks like he's setting it up right. No, never mind.
Like he did,
Eggman
but
sucks.
he just did not want to play nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always the worst spot to have that happen.
Yeah, and if it launches him across the room, it's extra deadly.
But he did manage to secure it. He got very lucky with that last snipe because the lock-on missile there actually managed to take him out because he was very close to getting comboed twice in a row by that laser if that would not have missed, or if that would have not made contact with him. Alright. Alright, and while we're watching the last bit of Noise run here, we will have Drum come in for an interview. We'll have him brought into the commentary booth here and get his thoughts on his run. Once the run is done, of course.
Yeah, so yeah. Looks like a pretty good FR skip. Not going for the fastball. Still pretty good. Would probably be, I imagine, like a 24 or maybe a high 23 5X.
And he falls. He's free falling. Now, he should have plenty of height to easily make his way to the goal. And the fact that he's still doing all of this with only 1 life in his pocket, that's still very bold.
In a way, is that Joey free fall?
Hugging it pretty far to the right there. You don't often usually see our runners go that far over to the side, but I guess he wanted to play it safe and not take any chances on hitting a kill plane.
Yeah, I've seen there's a lot of runners in this community I've seen who are just, like, absolutely terrified by that kill plane, and I don't really blame them. Seeing that kill plane really sucks.
Mm-hmm. And now, the final fight.
The man himself.
Here we go, with 1 life. 1, 2,
Good setup.
3, 4, and that is done and dusted.
24-19. 24-19 final time. No, final time rather. Still needs to add up, but good match from Doug regardless. GG.
Played very admirably, made a lot of very bold plays here throughout the course of this run, doing a lot of these with only just 1 life in his back pocket, and being able to pull this off as well as he did, still very impressive.
Hopefully we're going to get Nug in for an interview. We're going to have Drum Basher in here soon. Speak of the devil.
Drum! Welcome to the commentator's booth, and congratulations on your victory. How are you feeling?
Dub.
Oh, good. Let me just remove the exclamation mark from my name so I show up in the image. There we go. So yeah, I feel pretty good. I'm kind of surprised that the run was a 23:31. Obviously, it was IGT, so maybe I had like 5 seconds, but still a mid-23. That's my best race result of the 3, so I'm definitely happy with that.
Yeah, that run was sick.
Yeah, I was definitely keeping up with the race on my phone, I saw that I was about 35 seconds ahead going into Green Forest. Obviously, I couldn't tell if there was deaths or resets that were added on. So I was then pretty concerned about the Green Forest meltdown and the Pumpkin Hill I had, because I saw that Nog was only 20 seconds behind me at that point. So I thought this is definitely a race. I didn't really keep track of the time difference too much from then on. I tried to think about it as, this is a serious race, I should try and do the best I can. My desert was pretty good. It was a 5:20, so I'll definitely take that. What was my base? Let me see. It was a
everything from pretty much Mission Street onwards was just really, really good. Like, that Mission Street was clean, and then that Aquatic Mine had some really sick movement.
Aquatic Mine. Yeah, I moved pretty well for that. I've definitely kind of got back into the swing of Knuckles movement. That was what my practice was mostly. Before GDQ, I didn't do a single hero run. I just only did practice, and I did a lot of Knuckles. And so I definitely got better at moving through Aquatic Mine. It's not every set, but sometimes I can definitely finish it and think, wow, that was sexy. I did well.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no sexier stage for Knuckles than Aquatic Mine, or probably even any hunting stage.
Well, nicely done. Overall, this now puts you at 2 wins and 1 loss in the pool. You have one final opponent standing in your way for pools, and that is Seahawks. Do you feel confident on facing off against them?
I think after this result today against Nog, I definitely do. I was thinking of the permutations, actually, because obviously with me beating Dawn, that was an upset, so I was looking at it. If I had lost this race, then I would have been in a situation where I could end up with either 2nd place or 5th place, depending on my result against Seahawks. So, if I had lost both races today, I would have been eliminated. So I did know about that going into the race. And I didn't really get nervous from it, but I was like, I do have to take this seriously. And especially for Seahawks, I wanted the cushion going into the Seahawks match, because if I lose that race, I'll only finish 3rd. So it's now just a question of who's 2nd and 3rd out of me and Dawn. So I'm much more comfortable with that than having, 2nd or 5th. That would probably get me nervous, especially since I'm technically not seeded to beat Seahawks and he has a winning record against me.
Yeah.
You've heard it here. We'll just have to wait and see how things turn out when that match does show up, and we'll be looking forward to seeing how the rest of the other runs turn out so far over the course of the tournament. So,
yeah, for sure. Just one race left for Pool D, which is me versus Seahawks at 7. I think he's working at Chick-fil-A. He's got 7 p.m. matches every day for the past 4 days.
The chicken strips.
The chicken strips. Imagine walking into a Chick-fil-A and you see Seahawks.
I'd love that. Would you ask for hey, give me the employee discount?
So I would get the largest order I could.
No, I'd ask for a 3-piece.
Yeah, with that, I think we will be wrapping up and go into the next race.
We do have many more matches planned for the rest of the day, so make sure that you stick around, because we have Katie versus Ninja Frog coming up next.
Hello, one and all, and welcome back once again to the best of the best entertainment you can get right now. The Sonic Adventure 2 Hero Story Tournament Summit. Nothing better out there than this, I'm telling you. We've had a real cracker of a time so far here on Sesa. How are you doing, Mango? Joining me on comms today to get a race.
I am doing your mother.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Anyway, so what have we got here cooking up on this fine Tuesday afternoon? We've got the one and only KT4. Needs no introduction. Hot favorite for the tournament as a whole. Coming off the back of a few nice wins against JW13 and Deku, as far as I can remember. I believe those are the two games that she has played thus far. And we've got Ninja Frog, who is coming off the back of one win against JW13 and a defeat at the hands of Drywall that I can remember. Unsure of any other games that these two have played so far. But I believe that's the one.
Yeah.
And we've got...
sorry, I was just
Ninja
going to say a
naming a
quick
chat.
note.
Go on.
Naming a chat, the Katie chat. Quick note. While we still have the splits of its screen, just take a look at Katie's splits, the 20 splits. Those are some crazy times.
Yeah, it's
Like-
no secret that the Ninja has his work cut out for him today. Like, this is definitely a David versus Goliath situation, that he's not gonna mind me saying that. I think he's under no illusions. But at the same time, you know, this is Sonic Adventure 2. This is the Rocket League of video games. So
This is the Dark Souls of Sonic games.
to say that is to say that anything can happen, anything will happen, and anything has happened. You know what I'm saying? So
Bro.
it is a fool's errand to say something will definitely happen. Because
True.
it never will. When I tell
Never
you what
will.
happen, we're going to have a fantastic time.
You hear it here first. Ninja Frog's going to get a 21-36. And Katie is going to lose with a 22-27. I would believe that.
Katie is obviously an entirely different beast, but Ninja Frog is also capable of a hell of a lot of exciting stuff. You know, we can definitely see something come out here from him. I know as of yet he's not really played to his peak, but I think there's a fair bit of rust under his belt.
I know I think he PB'd last night, so he's
He
definitely
did.
been moving. It's definitely like his gameplay is definitely warmed up.
So definitely back to his best as of this race going into it. But
It's
KT,
gonna be a good race.
you know, we've seen KT already in this tournament break out some insane times, which people can, as of yet, you know, only dream pretty wildly of. But yeah, no, this is definitely going to be a real scorcher. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, and by the way, I love Katie's Rouge background, which if you know her opinions on Dark Story, you'll probably also think that's pretty funny.
Pretty good.
This is going to be an interesting match. I can't wait. Watching
The thing
Katie play
is-
is always fun, and I can't.
Yeah,
I kind of want to root for Ninja Frog at the same time.
Absolutely. I'm a traditional like underdog rooter, so it's tough when I watch Katie because no one is ever the underdog against Katie, at least in this game. So it's like, for me, there's that thing of like, oh my, wow, I'm watching this other level of gameplay, which few, if any, can like attain ever, you know, and yet she just consistently breaks it out. But like at the same time, it's like, damn you, you're too good. But hey, we're underway, and it's time to see how things play. KT, I think 2 for 2 at CE Skip so far.
Something for
See if-
something. Just hopefully it's good. Getting it.
3 for
Let's
3.
go. Ninja Frog
And Ninja.
going back. Love to see that.
We are going to stick with it. You can get about two or three attempts. I think even 4 attempts before you start losing time to a pretty solid skip list.
Yeah.
But, we're definitely losing time to Katie here. Let's see, does this work? It does.
Gets it. Let's
Alright,
go.
we'll take that.
It was a very risky play, but it worked out in the end.
What have we got here for Katie?
This is a very good C skip. Oh my god, she is gaming.
The
That
sub
119.
Takes a sip.
Seeing a 120, and at
Too
the end I
easy.
noticed she
Piece of
lost
cake.
about a second or two, and she still got a sub 120 is insane.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just what
Frog
we're
getting
dealing with.
40, pretty good time.
Yeah, still very decent.
143, too. Yeah, still a good time, especially with
This
Third
game's
try
Third
ski
try?
skip, I believe. Yeah.
I'm out of here. Finally decided to show up,
So
eh?
here we go.
Okay.
This is the thing I was going to say. Katie doesn't pull punches, like, at all.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that's, like, the most respectful about her, in my eyes, like, to watch. When she takes part in a race, she doesn't go easy on anybody, as she shouldn't. But, like, it's incredible to see just
2139.
how hard she goes, you know?
Yeah, around the prediction, this is 2139. Oh, look at that. How'd I guess? Ninja Frog, hopefully he could get the frame perfect too. It's very tight to make the frame perfect. It looks like he's missing it. A good indication if you got it is if
Oh.
Bigfoot never moves.
Wind jump board is not my favorite piece personally in this stage, but let's see how things play out. Red box and
Definitely
shade.
not. Third box and shade, oh, that could be bad. But it's good.
Okay,
Oh,
check.
green
I
check.
mean,
Not the
we made
worst.
the most of what we got.
It's closer.
Coming over 23. Can't complain. Meanwhile, Ninja gets
Oh,
a slightly
Chow.
better piece one.
Only Chow can't shut up, so
Doesn't get
having
to
to just
reach
wing
in,
it.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Armored Carpool. Looking for his
Checking
piece
three
3.
pieces. Ninja having a little bit of a rough time here.
That
Can
is
actually lose
rude.
out some more gain Casey's way. Center of the eight. Oh,
That's like the worst for it to be too.
it's ridiculous, right? Like, you always check. I swear this piece spawns after you move away. I'm like half believing this theory because you check for it and it's just not there.
Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it just feels like sets don't generate until you read the piece. Like you swear you check for it, but you just can't see it.
It's a working theory because it works.
Yes, it works. It's a working theory because it makes me sound like I'm not wrong and bad.
And if I say it's a working theory, then if it's wrong, I can just be like, well, just a theory.
Yeah, it's just a theory. Anvar's not here to disprove me.
Anvar can't prove shit.
Anvar can't prove shit. This is
Yeah, the game code, he just made that up. Slammed his keyboard in notepad file and was like, there it is, guys. That's the game code. And then we all believed him.
Yeah, 36, I think. Still a pretty solid elevator.
Believe so,
Whistling.
yeah. Katie goes for the whistles. Having a good time. See how quickly she can make this jump here. 50 checkpoint. She's moving alright.
There's some movement happening.
Taking every opportunity I can to just be like, yeah, Katie's doing okay, I guess.
She's playing the game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, not bad.
I
We
mean,
actually might just about... we're gonna be a little bit behind still. But Prison Lane is one of those stages where the times that you squeeze out are a little bit are tight. We're 122 here, so depending on how she plays out the rest of this, we're looking at around about a mid 130, I believe. Still clocking in with the 133. So hey,
Yeah.
wow.
that was clean. Now we get to see Metal Harbor. It's a very, very sick stage when done well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Whenever I've seen Katie play in these tournaments lately, Metal Harbor has always kind of been the stage that makes the eyes widen a little bit, if not a lot, because definitely does some things that others just won't. Oh,
Yeah.
not like that.
Seeing her play is just like, whenever she plays this stage, she plays it so aggressively and calculated at the same time. It's very clean.
Yeah, and here we go.
In the
20 check.
20 upgrade with
Even with the missed underbounce or loop, under loop. Let's see now. We know Katie goes for the loop speed here.
Yeah, most would probably get a 21 with underloop.
Oh.
Goes straight through the wall.
Eh,
See, Onva was lying. There's no decomp for this game.
we get the fully skip. Anvar just got some Legos, pulled them apart, took a screenshot and uploaded it to Imgur. I was like, there you go, guys. I decompiled the game.
Yeah.
I think Ninja got a slightly better upgrade time there than Katie, but Katie's played the stage, like you said, just aggressively almost.
Yeah, it's so crazy when she gets a hold of speed characters. Everything is so like aggressive and calculated.
Coming away with a 120, which is
really
not
good.
which is probably actually quite disappointing for her.
Yeah,
By her standards.
so 120 with a 20 upgrade is still really good.
Mm.
Also, shout out to the Katie face cam.
Yeah, the
She's
Katie
having
face
such
cam.
a good time.
She's rocking it. I don't know what she's rocking, but she's rocking something.
Hey, that's...
Rocking our socks off.
I found you, faker.
Yo, shout out to Katie for a mini, by the way.
It's a great emote.
If you have Katie for a mini, please post it.
Frog's still coming away with a 122. Take nothing away from that. That's a really solid time.
I'll make you eat those words.
Yeah, 122. Ah, still a really good time.
Katie going for the spin dash strats here. Getting these hits in nice and quick. Just missing that last one. a little bit early. So misses out on the 10, but still gets a nice cozy 11.
Yeah, that looks like it could have been a 10 if Shadow wasn't Shadow.
Green Forest, we could cook here.
Cook some meth in Green Forest.
I think that is. What's like all that particle stuff rising?
Bro, even the air in this stage is green. Like,
Onyx eyes widen. I mean, Shadow just freezes. If that's not like a side effect of meth.
yes, the cameraman was high on meth.
Anyway, Ninja getting a 11:15 there, matching Katie's 11 time, and it's time to see just how much we cook.
Welcome to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Katie not going for the best strat here, which we do see her do in runs.
Oh, that was clean.
Just taking it nice and smooth, and moving very smooth at the same time.
Blows up.
See the mini wall run in action here as we come up towards the big moment. And Ninja Frog just about to get off and underway.
Obviously, Katie's going to be going for Task Run because I'm pretty sure she's more consistent with that than Moonshot. But
oh, no checkpoint. Hello.
Yeah, Ninja Frog going up the tree. Ninja Frog, I assume, is also going for Task Run.
Yeah, this could be a chance for Ninja to make back some time as he hits A easy.
Not going for a checkpoint though, in a tournament very much feels like muscle memory movement.
That could have been a lot worse. You know, like if we fumbled it just a little bit differently, we could have been looking at a reset. Not a reset, but like a much further
lead.
back F.
Yeah, like a switch up.
There we go. Still coming away with a very, very nice
very good time.
To take away the wall run, and Katie still manages to pull off just around about a 133. Let's see if Ninja can make up some ground here. And he's on the wall. Let's see him do it.
Going for Moonshot here. Don't blame him.
Keep your fingers crossed if you're a Ninja Frog fan. Oh my god! What
you
just
ended
happened?
up there?
We're taking the bungee. Sure.
How are you up here? What?
Sure.
Did your code say that on VAR?
I'm not sure about the decision to take the bungee, but hey, given the circumstances.
I wouldn't mess around with that anymore. The game scared the shit out of him. I don't blame him.
Oh my god. I think Katie is still gonna save time here.
Floor also ceiling. It's not that one, Katie.
So Katie misses wall run and still manages to... Wow.
Place you can't jump. Okay, hopefully this is one of the pumpkins, because that could be a really good set.
Interesting bit of improvisation from Ninja Frog there, to say the least. But here we go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Now, this is a set. You'll love when you get this piece. Got it. A 33 in a run. That is insane. Or an attorney. 33. Exactly what you want to see there.
Absolutely, yeah.
A 33 is like a 18 or 19 aquatic mine. It is insane. It's a really nice time.
Doing Ninja Frog can follow suit with double containers, piece 1, and he doesn't take it because it's not that near one. Shady place, though. This is a funny piece.
He is working off of NG plus sets now, so potentially he has a lot of pieces to check.
NG plus, I don't know, I'm not really going to speak on it, but like I feel like it consistently gives better sets than NG.
No, it does. It very much does, because the entire stage just changes, because pretty much every piece 3 that isn't under the ground can be checked upon. It is insane.
So
it's really cool.
You got to tank the hit of about 2 seconds or so. But hey, we guessed right with the when you do something bad, so not too much of a deficit there in the Pumpkin Hills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is weight hop. Unusual slip up. But hey, happens to the best of us, as we can quite clearly see.
Still has about a 50-second lead, though. So she has quite a bit of room.
Oh, she went for the very tight jump there. Trying to save it. Oh, there you go. Another little opportunity for Ninja to make up ground.
Not going for boss hovers, by the way.
Given the
Just
nature of
normal
Mission
hovers.
Street, if Ninja can make the 0 cycle, then this should be time save. Surely Katie can't be that good that she can somehow squeeze out like a 10-second time save in Mission Street purely based on movement.
Yeah, but let's just hope he can also get the weight off.
Obviously, yeah. Let's see what we got. And Ninja does manage to pull that off. Katie's still making what she's got work here, though. Couldn't tell you what cycle this is. Making sure to get the balloon, just for that extra bit of health. Why not?
For the lore.
For the lore.
Those lore junkies, they eat that shit up.
Alright, well, let's look at this right now, because, like, say Ninja finishes this out, that's going to bring it back down to, I want to say, around about 40 seconds difference. Which, honestly, to be fair to Ninja, given some of, like, the hits he's taken, let's look back. Third try C E-skip, and also a pretty rough Wild Canyon on top of that. Ninja is playing very well to keep this level of pace with Katie.
Yeah. We're coming out with about a 213.
Still a 213 plus the V1 pauses. I know Katie does cut out a fair few pauses from her Mission Streets nowadays. So probably not that much. But let's see what Ninja can cut this down to.
Let's see what this aquatic mine is. Hopefully
yeah,
we'll
that's
see
going to
some
be the
big
interesting
pieces.
one.
Aquatic mine has been very, very friendly, I've noticed in this tournament. It's been giving out some good sets.
I mean,
let's see.
I got a minecart dumping area myself, so I don't know about that.
At the same time, Drum got a really good set last match, and Nug got a really awful minecart dumping area set.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
I think we continue.
Well,
Let's see,
this
what do
could
we
pretty
got?
much only be good. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Going for this sign clip, I like that. I like that a lot.
But you can't really argue with
Good
19
grief. Good
after
grief,
getting a
good grief.
33.
Wow.
That's
Yeah, this is perfect.
it's a high Deku.
Blimey.
Blimey. That's insane. The RNG in this nuts has been kind of crazy. Love to see
Well,
what that chamber meteor herd
You're
do.
up next, Ninja. Let's see what we got. We got a similar green thing. In front of sign number two. Oh, I was thinking it was going to be the IL set for a second there. No, not over there. Yep.
Triangle skull.
Skull.
So this is probably going to be Ghost Room Piece 3.
Nice movement
Or Trick
from
Room.
the minecarts there. And let's see. Stair-shaped brick room. We do not go for the monitor clip. I think we tried
We
it,
messed
but
it up.
yeah.
Wanted to clip with the camera there can be kind of difficult, but
Yeah, unfortunate RNG hit there from Ninja, but can't fault Katie's execution either. That was incredibly well played.
So now we get to watch him driving.
Yeah,
Bethis, what is your opinion on this driving?
like this driving specifically, or just
This what we're seeing from Katie.
Pretty good. 37 first lap, you know, and looking pretty good on the ring route as well. Let's see how we approach this. We boost pretty early and we turn pretty tight. We don't go for those rings. So Katie's ring route is not the traditional geek route that I'm aware of. That's the only ring route I know.
Did you find the president?
Yeah, yes, same. I only know about the ring route. I think
Aura, yeah, Aura has a specific one that he does, right? I believe.
I think there's one. I think there's a couple in 280 where one's like supposed to be a lot tighter with rings, and then one's a lot more
look like I know what a 280 is, my friend.
No,
Exactly.
you heard it here.
I'm one of those people who's like 280 is an auto scroller, and then I get like a 3-minute time.
Oh, you're one of those people.
No. It's one of my favorite comments.
Mission Street is an auto scroller with my 230.
It's one of my favorite messages in chat from Drum and DST was just like people who say Route 280 is an auto scroller and then proceed to get like, I can't remember what the time was. You get the idea.
Me leaving Mission Street with my 310.
What are we coming away with there, Katie, though? Low 214, so that's very, very good.
There's quite a bit of sauce here. Cooking meth in the president's car.
Ninja keeping it within a minute, despite the nasty hit in Aquatic Mine.
Now we get to see, what are the stages? Hidden base. Katie has a really clean hidden base. I really want to see how she plays this. Oh,
There's a member of the low route squad. I know that much.
Yeah.
God, it's so like, it's really cool. Like, as someone who, oh, go on.
Oh.
As someone who's like got a little bit more of like an affinity for mech movement with this game, it's really cool to kind of see just how like optimized Katie's is, because like as much as everybody loves to talk about like the speed movement and even like hunting movement for a lot of players, like it's tough. It's tougher to see like without maybe like as much of a know-how, but like Katie's mech movement is insane. Like,
yeah, just like
optimize these little things.
Speed is like really cool to see, but like watching like all of her lines she takes are so precise.
Yeah.
Like everything just looks so good.
The most impressive thing, like when you watch mech movement, is when you somehow manage to see a runner just make the guy move non-stop. Like there is no slowing down, and that's like the most fascinating thing for me to see top-level mech movement with, because we normally like associate, or maybe more like casual fans of the game would associate the mech movement with kind of like a slow, steady, kind of like trudge along kind of thing. I say that she takes a hit. But when you see this top-level movement, good God, not a single pause in sight. That is...
Yeah, that's so hard. Especially when you take the time to actually learn the movement and you analyze like a really good PB by her. It's just insane. All the little things she does, they all add up.
On the timer, man. Oh my days.
Wow. A 39. My God, dude. That is a really good time.
Yeah, that was a pleasure to watch. Like, there's no real way I can describe that. That was gorgeous mech movement.
Yeah, I caught Tethys drooling over here.
And we're about to see someone else, because if you want your speed movement, there's no better stage for it than Pyramid Cave. Let's see what Katie's got under
oh, missing the spring.
Under her sleeve? That's not the expression. Up her sleeve. Meanwhile, Ninja making his way through hidden base on a pretty decent base.
Oh, shout out to this strat. Oh, this is so sick. I love this.
Okay, we don't even need to see
that. Watching her practice that is so sick. Getting the, what was that? Like a 26 upgrade.
Just sit back. I'm not
oh my God
right now. I'm just sitting back and enjoying.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I'm gonna let you all watch, actually. We're not gonna say anything. Never mind. No, just watch this. That's just ridiculous.
That is what sex looks like. Sex
That is
2 has
ridiculous.
just been announced.
And there,
Well, I won't say, sir.
No problem.
there aren't words that can do that justice, I gotta be honest.
Like a 123. That's an IL time.
Like, the best thing to do was honestly just let you all just sit there and watch that, because that was something else.
Ninja Frog still also having a good Pyramid Cave.
Yeah, very good solid start from him.
Yeah,
Obviously,
29
it's
upgrade.
bats. We don't want that. There's just chest storage. This piece, I've heard from some, is takeable. But, Katie, not the one.
E01. Also known
Easier
as
one. This piece is a flip. Either going to be in the core, or as we see Katie going to use the
bad
green ball
spot.
clip. Oh,
Yeah,
Katie.
oh.
Come on now.
Yeah, you really want this piece to be in core. Green pieces kind of suck sometimes.
Practice your green door clips. We're going to go for green room death strats here. We're going to go for the way that they should be played, which is going for these right side hints, not necessarily looking for a piece specifically in red room. Okay, moving along now.
They don't
This isn't the
132.
nicest
Love that.
RNG in Death Chamber right now.
Still coming out with a 132. Really good time.
Oh, wow. This is... this is kind of brutal, actually. This makes up for the Aquatic Mine. Ah!
Oh, yeah. This... oh.
I'm so, does this
like a
still make
bit
up
of
for the
Death Chamber
Aquatic Mine? I'm
supply.
starting to think this might be a little harsh.
What was the piece 3?
There we
Those
go.
bits?
She downloaded the data.
She downloaded the notepad.
She installed the green door clip patch.
She got the decomp from Monvar via
One of the
DMs.
rougher Death Chambers that you'll see.
This is perfect.
Getting the Ghost Piece 1. Hopefully you could get a good death roll into this.
Yeah, definitely a chance for the ninja to save a bit of time here. Bugs on
getting
patrol!
bugs.
Who's there?
Oh my god, yeah, this is a chance actually. Hang on.
Does he get it? Does he get the greed?
Ghost.
He could pretend. No, not going for it.
Oh, he's
he
just-
blocked wall. Yeah, that was a good play.
Yeah, that's fine.
Played that well.
Okay, Ninja has slashed this lead down out of nowhere.
Yeah, he really said just fuck your aquatic mine.
Yeah, Aquatic Mine, who needs it? Okay, that is a huge save, actually. Wow. Only 28 seconds? Holy crap.
Oh.
Okay. Obviously, we got a long way to go.
Shout out to the hourglass.
But Ninja's, I think if you told Ninja, hey, you'll be within 28 seconds
28 seconds.
going into desert bosses, I think he'd take that going into this race. So we'll find out now. As Egg Golem,
Big Golem's being funny. Yeah, this is a funny guy right here.
this is a funny guy. There we go, starting at the super bouncers moving now.
It's going for the low
Oh.
super bounce. Oh, absolutely insane.
Still gonna come away with a very
Did she
takeable
go for
time here.
the fast hit? Yeah.
Oh, misses out.
She misses the fast hit. Still getting it.
But we manage it, we manage it.
Yeah, that was an egg golem from hell. Still saved that really well. Ninja Frog missing the first one. Seen the second one. First hit. We're getting a good second hits. We're getting good 3 hits. Well, Katie is about to hopefully hit the Quan.
Yeah, let's find out. That's still very solid from Ninja, actually. Oh, no
That's
Quan
in
for
the Quan.
KT! Ninja not going for the quick, but that breaks about even.
Still getting a 28 from not death striding is really good.
KT out first, second try. First try, second try.
First try, actual skip try.
If Ninja Frog does hit the Quan and gets good Meteor Herd RNG, oh my god. We hold our breaths.
Quan? No,
Oh, no Quan.
Unfortunate. Hopefully he's get the first try though.
With the first try. Ninja turning quick. And gets out first try. Second try. Also first try, second try. So we're gonna break about even here. I think Katie got thrown a little off course with the camera change. But looking like she's got the knowledge.
Oh, this
line
is
herself up. Oh, she's
scary.
getting camera. Oh!
Yeah, when
oh,
your camera gets clipped in.
What's going on?
Yeah, so she got slightly off course, and her
That was
camera got
fast.
clipped in early.
That was the fastest sloper I've ever seen.
Why do we have so many names?
Do better next time.
But Ninja, what are you about to do? 41 seconds.
Man, what is Ninja doing?
This could be, I want to say like 15 seconds going into Meteor Herd? Maybe a little bit more? Yeah, a bit more. Maybe closer to 20 if Ninja can make this fall nice. There we go, down we go. Ninja taking it safe, respect that. Skitty gets a reset piece 1. Inside a container, which is behind a container. It's not the
This
nicest
is
piece in the
good.
world, but she's gonna take it. Find
Yeah.
out. So make our way over. Oh! Oh my, what is...
Oh, that's so toxic.
Oh my god. Okay, well we're even going into piece 1 collection.
Got SAT.
It's close to more left.
Ninja Frog fan
Okay,
base
oh
about to
my-
make 100k.
Okay, if we see
Oh,
a top...
this is top.
Okay.
It's closer.
If
Top
we see a
could really hurt.
three, behind us, that is top!
That's,
Ninja
that
with
is
some
a-
nice RNG.
that is a good top piece though. So
It is a good top piece. It's definitely not the worst that we could have asked for here. But
doesn't even it out. But what do we see? Oh,
Ninja's supposed to go top of the steel drilling tower.
he could check this potentially.
He is checking. Not there.
Found him.
Oh my god.
He didn't do the
Did he
full
check the
checks.
pause? It is. Oh my god. Oh my god. If we get double bottom.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, if this is
It's
not the worst.
double bottom. It's not double bottom, but it's not the worst. Ninja, oh my god. What is happening? Gotta move quick though. Gotta move quick, but he could be looking at less than 15 seconds difference between himself and KT4. Coming
Yes,
into the
but-
final stretch, 14 seconds!
Yeah, but this is tough now. The RNG's
Oh,
over.
this coming.
This is all execution now. So now
Who in the world saw this coming?
he's got to hit his skips, and KD has to miss his skips if he wants to be able to pull this back and gain the lead.
And KT goes for
Get away from
the
my emerald.
the Chad version of CTSS as we know. But wow. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here, because Crazy Gadget can hit anybody. One death, and it's borderline even.
Shout out to KD's Crazy Gadget, by the way.
Yeah, like, movement-wise, we're about to see next level, but CGSS...
That was like a low 11 glass break. That was,
I'm happy with a 15, so that tells you everything you need to know about that. Oh my god, that would have been that is a 22 checkpoint. Let's find out though. Yeah, that is a very good point. Katie might be looking at this as a play it safe kind of situation. She's out
Wow.
straight away. No, she is. She is doing it.
Killing your mom.
And she's adjusting. She's... Oh, wow.
42.
Wow.
With
What
a
can you
checkpoint.
say?
With going back for a checkpoint. That is... Oh.
What can you say?
Huh. No problem.
Yeah. Just, not a
What?
shot in this world she goes for OBT, but...
No, she
Trust.
doesn't need OBT. She's still got a nice cozy lead.
Other-
Ninja also
Gets
gets
out
out
of
of
bounds.
bounds first try. Taken for the alternative method, the free cam box hover. Oh, Katie gets punched.
Boing. Still manipulating him after getting punched in the throat.
Oh, what on it?
The Scooby-Doo ass sound effects. Still manipulating him.
Wow. Okay. Well, here we go. Final rush. Katie goes for IL rails from time to time. I wonder if we're gonna see that here. Nope.
Oh, it looked like maybe she
Ooh.
went for it.
A little steady. Ninja is lining up the manip. Doesn't get it. Here we go. Casey is gonna go for... Oh! Rail switching. Oh!
Oh.
Oh! Oh!
Let's have this. Oh.
No! Oh my god! What?
This-
Is
Balls
she
out.
insane? Is she insane?
My 10 quid.
That is ridiculous. The IL thing. It's like she heard me. It's like she heard me.
I don't even think she likes that FR.
What?
Oh no. Ninja Frog, please. Please, Ninja
Ninja
Frog, you got this. You fucking got this, Ninja Frog.
Ninja
You got
Frog!
this, Ninja Frog. Ninja Frog, you
Oh.
fucking got this.
My God! For the first time, we won't say anything yet.
Fast fall? Fast fall? You fucking got this, Ninja Frog.
Oh my God! Katie looks at the camera, shakes the head. What are we about to see?
I put that as like
No one saw this coming.
oh. This
But
this
there
is
you
so
go.
close. Oh. This
Oh my
this
God,
could come
my
down to the funny
Ninja
shadow.
has the height and then some. Are we about to see, for the first time since 2020, a KE4 Hero Story Tournament defeat?
Oh my god.
Out of
Fucking got this,
nowhere!
Ninja.
Out of nowhere!
Yes.
Oh my
Ninja
god.
Frog!
That's insane. Look at that lead.
Ninja
Oh
Frog
my god.
out on the precipice of the result of his life. What are we about to see?
Okay, this all comes down to Shadow 2. Ninja Frog, if he could just get a normal Shadow 2, he's got this.
David at the feet of Goliath, sword drawn. This is the moment.
Before
All
this is
he
over,
has to do.
I'll show you the true power of
Look at the tie.
What?
2,
It's so
3.
far, so good. And
4.
one more stands in his path.
Yes, he did it! Ah,
Ninja Frog of all people. Who
my
could have
fucking
seen this
god!
coming?
My boy! You did it!
He's done it.
You did it, Ninja Frog!
Not Deku. Not anyone. Not
Fucking
anyone else in
Ninja
this
Frog.
group. Ninja Frog 4884, not JW13. Ninja Frog is the one.
You fucking did it. That's so... Ninja Frog, you're insane.
I'm taken, man.
I can't even speak. You're so insane, Ninja Frog.
Get him in here right now.
Ninja
Oh.
Frog!
My
Ninja Frog!
What?
Ninja Frog! You fucking did it, Chief!
Wait, what?
You fucking beat 84!
So confused.
We have a new member of the crew. Drake Kadan and Lexi have some company because Ninja Frog has just joined the squad.
What?
You ended up with a 24 flat, and Katie got a 24-14.
Oh my gosh.
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Bro, I stopped looking at stream after like Wild Canyon. I was like, I'm not looking. I'm just gonna play. What?
That's insane. How did
What
that end up for you?
happened?
It's all a blur. It's all a blur.
Katie,
It was like a minute difference going into Death Chamber, I want to say.
there was
Maybe one-
about, I think, yeah. So 50 seconds in Death Chamber, you were behind. And then you gained 50 seconds in Death Chamber, sorry. And then you gained another 38 seconds in Final Rush. And then Katie had, she reset once and then got kill planed once.
Oh no.
That is the biggest upset potentially we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Obviously,
that was
obviously, we have to say GG's to Katie without a doubt. Because take away those few nasty splits and like, yet again, it was like watching poetry in motion. But
yeah, Katie's movement. I mean, you probably heard, like anyone listening, we were drooling over her movement that entire match. Everything just looked so clean. She got insane RNG, but it was just
100%.
those few mistakes that were drawn out to large proportions really
But
hurt
listen,
her.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it back. I'm sure Katie, like, I'm sure that was not a good run
Listen.
for her at all.
Today belongs to you. Okay?
Oh, gosh.
Today belongs to you. Because
Bro.
wow. Listen,
I
right?
think,
Listen, let's just
like-
put this into context. Katie, the only person in the world with a 20 hero story, by far, I think we'll all agree, the best person to ever lay hands on this game, hasn't lost in either of her last two tournaments that she's entered in, and you are the one who's ended that streak. It's you. How does that feel?
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like I feel nice that I played decently consistent throughout the run, even though I had a bunch of like mess ups. But I don't know. I guess I feel lucky because I just feel like I'm sure she just has been playing and she just had a ton of mistakes towards the end and just didn't go so well. But yeah, oh my gosh, that's jeez.
Either way, your movement recently has been incredibly good. With I think a PB last night, right?
Yeah, I
So,
just
yeah,
PB. I got a 2.5 PB last night.
Yeah, it wasn't that like you're on the threshold of another minute? Am I right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
reaching
23 to
22. This is my 5th 23 PB.
Yeah. So
I'm pretty
either way, you've been playing really good, and I think that all showed today.
And then I got Death Chamber was wild, bro. I got big marshmallow, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'll go for the death strat. I usually just go for like green or just take the peas. And I was like, okay, take 2 deaths, get bugs. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take 1 more death and just take the peas. Then I got a huge black wall. I was like, bro, and a golden. I was like, what the heck? It's so lucky, dude. My gosh. And I fucked up Meteor Herd was so bad. I played it so, oh gosh. But overall, I felt like it was pretty okay.
I gotta ask you, like, you were also rusty going into this, right? Like,
Kinda.
26 in state of league.
It's kinda like I've been like practicing here and there and doing runs here and there, but like in the spring, like from January till now, it's mostly been like practices in here and there, like runs here and there, and I've been doing school, so I haven't had too much time. But like in the past like week or two, I've played a little bit more, so I'm not super rusty, but like definitely still I'm getting warmed up, especially in the PB last night. I'm definitely getting much more warmed up.
100%. Wow. Okay. I'm probably gonna have some people like knocking my door and being like, is like everything okay? Because like, I don't think I've popped off. Well, I wouldn't say popped off, but like screamed that much. during a race, but like, wow, that was insane. That was insane, and that's the first race I've commentated this tournament as well.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome.
A
Well, there
very
you
good
go.
pick.
Picked a good one. Well, Mango picked it for me, basically. But hey. Look,
Yeah.
listen, that's unreal, and I think you can walk away from this tournament, whatever happens now, with that piece of history for yourself, right?
Jeez, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I've the last two, like all my races have been rough. Like I've been like, I know JW was really rusty going into the tournament, so I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. Like it's a win. But and then the last two races, I was like, bro, I don't know if I can pull it out this tournament. And then after I got out of CE, I was like, okay, I feel like I'm playing okay. So it was nice to get like a decent.
Yeah. Let's talk about this run, because like there were, take away the death chamber, there were some nasty moments in there. Like the Wild Canyon at the start was pretty rough.
Yeah, I did miss the previous year.
Third Tri-City skip.
Yes, I did. It was luckily I didn't hit the inputs, so it was closer to the top of the hill. But yeah, in third try.
Absolutely, yeah. Wow, I don't really have much else to say, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm at a loss for words.
I don't think there is much to say, right?
That was an insane match, like by all regards. But I think soon we're gonna have to close it off. Do you have any final words?
I'm sure GG's. I'm sure Katie didn't have the best run. I'm sure she's not happy about it, but I'm glad to be able to race Katie, and yeah, hopefully I can make it through the rest of the bracket somewhere.
Yeah.
100%. Obviously,
Exciting
again,
to see.
commiserations to Katie. You know,
Good runs from both runners.
we know she'll be back, and she'll be back with a vengeance for whoever she's up. I wonder who she's up against next. Oh, poor Drywall.
But next, actually, before that match, we have another one coming up with IDID and Superior. I'm going to be handing the mic off to both Drywall and S-Fan. So stick around for that.
Absolutely, yeah. So don't go anywhere, gamers, because this is just the start. We got plenty more to come, and it's going to be... I don't know if I can say even more crazy than this, but yeah, we're gonna see some stuff. But don't go anywhere, gamers. Bye-bye.